Today we are in New York City with the new Samyang 35mm f1.4P for the Sony mount. All the footage you're seeing now and for the rest of the video is all handheld, and it is shot with Cinetone in the Sony camera, and I've also added my CL LUT to it as well. But if you do want to see some more straight out of camera samples, you can check out my longer review on this lens. The summary of that review is more or less that this is a very cost-effective, professional quality 35mm f1.4. It's great in sharpness and rendering from edge to edge. The focus breathing is handled incredibly well, and I really just have nothing to complain about at all when it comes to this lens. I'll also mention that most of the test footage is shot at f1.4. I don't recommend that you only shoot lenses wide open, but because this is a bit of a test for this lens, I figured 1.4 would show the capabilities of it a little bit better, since I know a lot of us are going to utilize that 1.4 for that really nice shallow depth of field. Overall, I am really happy with the bokeh. Here's an example here, but we'll get to more a little bit later. Another thing that I really like about this lens is the way it handles highlights. So if you look at that headlight right in the center there in the car, it just feels really nice. Now let's get into the low light, because this is an f1.4 lens that excels after dark and also for shallow depth field portraits. To speak to the autofocus, it's great. It's incredible. It keeps up with autofocus continuous in video clips. It's no problem whatsoever. Most of the time, I'm not even touching the camera for autofocus. I'm just allowing it to do what it's choosing. And if I do need to override it, I'm usually not using the AF/MF ring that's on this lens. I'm just tapping the back of the screen. So as you can see, this 35 really creates a lot of great images in a variety of situations. And you might think to yourself, a 35 is a crazy all-day walk-around lens, but it is actually personally my favorite walk-around lens. I love the versatility of it. I love that you can get into some really low light conditions and still get some amazing photos and videos. And if I could only pick one lens to take on a trip, a personal trip, it would probably be a 35 1.4, and the Samyang would be a great option. And if you are interested in learning a little bit more about this lens, I do have that full review as well as a portrait shoot up as well. So check it out if you're interested.